Hi there, Amanda Buck, book conservator, fine bookbinder out of Dahlonega, Georgia. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been very busy, but it's Friday afternoon and I wanted to stop and make a video because this week I had my hands in a little bit of everything, and it's a good chance to show you what comes through a bindery for an independent bookbinder on any given week. And starting with repair. This one had blown out corners with missing cloth, some text repair, tipping, and cosmetic dye and glue up on the cover. That one came out nice. This one is a copy of Aristotle's Ethics. This required a cloth reback. I had hand dyed the cloth to match the original. This one's sweet as can be, and I wish I could keep it, but I can't. I have to send it back. I love doing cloth rebacks. They're fun for me to do. And this one is a sweet little book. The spine was in two pieces, boards detached. Came out nicely. This one is a leather reback. The leather was severely rotten on this one, red rot, pretty much all the way through it. The spine was a fragment. I was able to keep the portion that's the label, so we didn't have to do a fresh label, and then relayed gold, 22 karat gold lines where the originals were. This one was in rough shape and it came out much better than I thought it would. Lives of the Presidents. This one is a parchment, severely damaged parchment, water damaged parchment binding, originally bound by Zanesdorf and Sutcliffe, and the cover had shrunk from being wet and the hinges were popped, and so I finished dismantling the cover and cleaned the parchment inside and out. There's still discoloration along the edges and watermarks on first couple of pages. I've suggested they bring it to a paper conservator. Perhaps they can bleach out the stains and fix the watermarks on the pages. It's a shame it got water damaged. You can see the watermark came all the way up. It's like about an inch and a half into the text, causing permanent warping of the text. And it's a shame because it's an unusual binding. It's beautiful. A lot of work went into it. The pages are stunning. Illuminations are beautiful. And it's just a shame that it was water damaged. But I've done what I can with it. I did archival paper, open flexible hinge. And I don't normally work on parchment bindings, but I will do repairs. So that's an unusual book. Unusual. You don't see one like that come through very often. And the last project to show you is a very nice woman here in Georgia, finished getting her doctorate and had her doctoral theses bound. One for her mentor, a smaller version for her mentor we did in full cloth with gold tooled leather labels with a full marbled spread. And the one for her is a 3/4 leather with raised bands and gold tooled leather labels, hand marbled paper, full spread. So she went for the deluxe, went for the works, with a kind of an orangey theme to it. And that came out nice. The fine bindings are probably the most difficult for me. I prefer to do conservation, restoration, repair. Doing fine bindings, it's almost like you have to clear the deck and jump in, because it's a lot of expensive materials. I have 3 tables going where I'm cutting materials. I have the gold finishing station set up, and it's it's a lot of work, and it has to be precision. It has to be perfect. It has a half a millimeter. It's got to be just right, or the binding is not going to look right. It's not going to sit right on the shelf. So that's not to say there isn't a lot of work in the conservation, restoration area. That just seems to be a little easier for me. It just seems to be my forte. But it is good to do fine bindings every month because it keeps your hand-eye skill at a very high level where it needs to be, and that falls into place when you're working with the crumbling books. So it all falls into place. I have 3 other books drying right now on the bench. I can't show them to you. They're in various stages of underweight and the glue drying. 2 more cloth restorations and a full leather fine binding. So I've had a busy week, and I just wanted to stop and show you what's going on and what can filter through a bindery, and how it's good to have your hands in a little bit of everything. It keeps it interesting, it keeps it exciting, and keeps your customers happy. So thanks for tuning in. Take care.